All right. So today is Friday. Tomorrow is July 1st. So I wanted to do this video before tomorrow. For those that are not aware, Google Analytics 4 is being upgraded, or Google Analytics is being upgraded to 4, and their old Universal Analytics is being basically being retired, sunset, they call it. And so, what I wanted to do today is, for those that don't know what Google Analytics is, basically it's a service by Google that helps you measure engagement, traffic on your website, or if you have an app. So it enables you to do that. And this is for today. I just wanted to give you a quick, for those that are, in the last minute that you've set it, you haven't upgraded yet, or you don't know what to do. What I want to show you is to help you set it up so that at least you get traffic and data coming. This is not a complete tutorial on how to utilize Google Analytics for. I mean, that in itself could potentially be an hour long video. But today I just wanted to quickly go over because today is a deadline, and so if you don't set it up today, then you can potentially it'll stop working if you still have the old Universal Analytics. Okay, so what I'm going to do is for one of our clients, his name is Paul Abola. He's a realtor. We've helped him set up with a Carrot website. I'm going to show it to you for those that have the Carrot website and how to get it so that it's hooking up correctly with your Carrot website. It can also apply to if you have a Kajabi website or various other platforms like Wix and things like that. And I'm going to show you the main components that every platform has a way of setting it up, but the main components that you're going to need in order to set it up. All right, so I'm going to try to do it as universal as possible. So on that note, let me go and show on my screen. So this screen shows you, you can go to this by typing in, let's just say here, by going to, just type in Google Analytics, and then that will take you to Google Analytics. So if you already have it set up, then you should be able to get directly into your Google Analytics. And so once you're in, there is, Google Analytics is going to show you that you have the old Universal Analytics, and then it's going to provide you the steps necessary to set up your new analytics, and it should be a step-by-step process. But the most important thing that you need to do is when you are on the property for the new Google Analytics, what you have to do is you have to make sure that you have a data stream set up that you can connect with your website or app. In this case, I'm going to just talk about a website. And so in this case, I already have a data stream that was set up for Polabola. And this number is where you need to copy into your platform, whether it's Carrot, whether it's Kajabi, you need to copy that number. Okay. And then once that number is set up, then um, that's not the only thing. So that's what I did before is I set it up and I put that number into that platform. But then what I neglected to do, or I wasn't aware, is when you go to here, it says configure tag settings here. And when you click on this, as you can see, this tag has been detected, but there's no data that's actually coming. Um, and that's because we have to create a tag or Google tag that has to be installed on your platform, whether it's Carrot or whether it's Kajabi or any other platform. And so if you go here, there's the installation instruction. And so um, now, if you have any of these platforms, um, BigCommerce, Drupal, GoDaddy, Shopify, and so forth. If you have any one of these, you can potentially have a plugin that you can install that will automatically install it for you. But in our case, most if you have Kajabi or if you have Carrot, then you're going to do it manually. And so what you're going to do is we're going to copy this JavaScript or whatever, this code here, and we're going to copy it over to, let me go, and I've already logged into the Carrot platform for Polabola. And then what you're going to do is you're going to your platform backend where you can install widgets or code that will reside on each page. And so in our case, we're going to go to analytics and script. And so this is right here, the um, the the page for where we can install the JavaScript. And so what we're going to do is we're going to paste it here, paste, and then and that's the JavaScript, the code for the Google tag. And so what I usually like to do is, because I like to differentiate, and I'm going to copy this right here, and I'm going to put it at the very end, so that way I know that this is the end of the Google tag. And then so then if there's other scripts that I put in, then I know, that I can know where the beginning and where the end is. Okay. And then I'm going to save this. And then once it's saved, then it'll probably take maybe a couple of minutes or 5 minutes. So then I'm going to go and take a look and see if, let's see if, let me refresh, and then let's see if it's going to, all right. So ultimately what's going to happen is once it starts detecting data from that tag, the Google tag, then there should be a check mark on that will indicate that it's communicating, and then it's picking up data. And so that's pretty much it. I mean, there are, I know, once you go into your Google Analytics, it's going to say complete setup. In that instance, it's only saying that because there are these other things that you need to set up. Now, for the purposes of this uh, video, I'm not going to go into that. So you can just go in there and just mark it as complete, and then maybe take care of it later on. But that's really what it's asking you to do, is that it's going to uh, go and take care of all these. That may be something I will maybe go over in future episode, but for the purposes of this video tutorial, I'm not going to get into it, because once I start talking about that, then I'm going to be opening up a can of worms and be on here for the next 45 to an hour. But I wanted to get on here before the 4th of July weekend, and I wasn't here last week because of my kids' graduation, and so I wanted to make sure I get on this week to talk about the Google Analytics, because it is you need to update it by tomorrow, July 1st. Okay. One other thing, that I'm going to talk about next week, it is regarding text messaging. For those that are not aware, there are a lot of changes and registration that is required if you do text messaging. So I'm going to talk about that next week. I know that the deadline is coming up, or will be in July, and uh, by the end of August, if you don't register your text message campaign, you can potentially be blocked. Like, your text message will get blocked by the various carriers. So I'm going to be talking about that next week. All right. Well, hopefully, um, if you do have any questions, the link below, there is a link below um, for any questions that you want to submit. By all means, go ahead and submit those questions, and I'll get to it next week. And have a great 4th of July, and hope you have a good weekend. Okay, bye now.